just checking for the grain here, which way it's running. So I thought it's got to go this way. Take that down. Big beam here. Load it up. So we'll go ahead and back up to it and drag it. That's the one thing I've learned is tractors are really tipsy on hills, and it can be even without a load. So you want to be careful if you're going to buy a tractor and use a tractor. You got to always keep in mind that there's a possibility you could flip it. When I get to that tip mode, that's when I drop the bucket to avoid that happening, of course. All right. We'll see how balanced we are here. Got to go forward a little more. Whew, that worked. All right. So that's really the hardest part of the whole thing, is getting this tree positioned on here. If you can see it, I'm not certain you can see the bulkhead there, but I've got to also consider the fact that I've got about a 1-inch air gap here. It's touching everywhere else. I know that the log's going, it's got a bow in it is what it is, but that bow is going to get taken out. So, and I can guarantee you I'm probably going to want to do at least 1.5 inch cut on my first cut. Then I can roll it over. I'll have a flat side on it. I can roll it over and start squaring it up. I just thought I'd show you what I go through changing out the blade on this thing, just for curiosity's sake. Okay. There's a bunch of little teeny moths in here for some reason. I noticed a lot of those flying around these days around here, even getting into my trailer and stuff where I'm living right now. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. Let's see here. I do need to get a sharpener. I have about 7 more of these brand new blades. So I got to make sure they go into these guides here. There we go. And then feed them on the band wheels. At least that's what I call them, band wheels. Let's see here. Let's go one more loose. Oh. Usually don't fall out of these. And we'll get this side, and then I'll go back to the other side, I guess. There we go. But I didn't buy the sharpener to start with. I wanted to wait till next year, because every time I spend money from my retirement account right now, I get dinged, penalty. They penalize me on my own money. That's funny. So federal tax hits me an extra 10% because I'm taking it out before I'm 59 and a half. So that won't be until February. That'll be 59 and a half, and I can avoid that extra 10%. Then I'll order, and I've got enough blades to last me till then anyway. I did it that way on purpose. Okay. I always check the blade, make sure it tracks okay every time. And then there we go, got our final turn on it. All right, it's tracking good. I really need to, I had to unhook these little things. They don't work really good for the cover. And all they are is letting you know that it won't fire up unless the cover's on. Well, it's kind of obvious if I don't have the cover on it. So I probably will never hook those up again because they fail. And the reason they fail is you got these bungees here, but where these are hooked up, you really need to have a bungee here and a bungee here too. Because this doesn't sit tight when you put it on there. And because of that, those things don't work very good because the cover needs to fit tight right here. And you can see how it moves. These bungees work great where they're at. It's fine and dandy. I just don't understand why they put the sensors right there and then you got all this flex. It makes no sense to me. So if Norwood's watching, maybe you should add 2 more bungees. That's just my opinion. You may have another reason why these aren't working for me, but I got them tucked in, and it just seems to me that when they're hooked up, they'll work for a little while, and then all of a sudden they'll vibrate. And I check this, I take the cover and check this and make sure I've got the right tension on the belt, which is a 1/2 inch deflection. And as long as that's all good, you know, I don't really worry about it too much. So we're almost ready to start taking off the first layer of this log. Let me get this all hooked up here. All right, so you can see this is even worse than that. It flexes out no matter what you do. It doesn't stay in. That's why you need a bungee down here too. Again, I don't know why they didn't put one there where the sensors are. It would have made all the sense in the world to me, but who knows? Who am I? I'm not an engineer. All right, let's get this log locked and loaded. This here's, I stuck this here to keep this up, to keep the log from rolling back over this. I already had a log do that once. And it's not fun going back and with all the wood I have back here from all my cutting, you know, that doesn't help matters. You see all the scrap wood there, tons of it. Well, I haven't built a place to put wood storage for firewood later yet. That's kind of in the game plan. I don't think that's going to clear the guard. So we're going to move this a little. But I do plan to to build a bin for small scrap wood, just throw it in. So mostly kindling, I guess is what you'd call it. And then I want to build racks back over here where the tarp is, an area that is square basically with an opening on both ends, and it's covered in trees. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a lumber for firewood, a lumber storage area for firewood, and that way it's all close to everything here. And that's going to be another thing I'm going to do hopefully soon. So now I got to roll it over. I think I'm going to roll all the way over. This stuff's green, of course. I just cut these maybe 2 weeks ago. I just want it to roll like that. Inch boards by 1.25 inches. This is the pieces that come off of that thing. Nice and thin. I got to keep an eye on these and see how much I'm wearing them. But so 4 boards was really the max. I could have got 5 out of it if it wasn't for the other board I needed. And that'll be really cool. I want to check the end. I didn't check the end of this other one for the grain. Usually I do that. Just getting carried away. Yeah, I got to flip this one over, it says. We'll see if I truly am going to do that, though. Just depends what the other side looks like. Yeah, I think it's fine. Fine for this thing. Yep, she's in like a flint. Yeah, it's just there was a stick that dropped down between them somehow. All right, let's get her. Only one though, so it was just tacked in, I guess. We'll go ahead and go across here and get them re-screwed. All right, thank you for watching. This is the end of this build. It's finally done. The next thing you'll see ever built up here that's going to be permanent in this area will be a shed over here. Said, if you like what you've seen so far and have enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that very much. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.